thing is, I was born brilliant, born fast, and a little bit mad.
I'm glad that you're sorry.
I'm Cruella.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about Disney's Cruella. And I just finished watching the movie and I have a whole lot of thoughts about this movie, so I cannot wait to share it all with you. So without any further ado, let's start. So if I had to sum this movie up in just 3 points, they will be very entertaining, amazing soundtrack, and inconsistent. And throughout this video, I will explain to you why these 3 points summarize this movie perfectly. And before I forget about the intro, let's just roll it. Before I get into the in-depth review, my initial thoughts are that it is a good movie. You should watch it. It is very entertaining. You will not be bored and you can watch it with your entire family. It is an amazing time pass. So just go for it. The movie is 2 hours long, but it is very fast paced. The soundtrack is amazing and it is funny here and there. So you will enjoy it. So if you are just here to know if the movie is good or not, I just told you it is very good and you should watch it. But if you are a movie nerd who wants to know everything in depth about this movie, you have to stay around. And now let's start our in-depth review of Cruella. So as usual, first of all we are going to talk about the plot of this movie. So it is a pretty basic plot. There is nothing really different in this plot. There is nothing worth noting, no surprises. It's just a same old Disney movie plot. So you know the movies where the protagonist tries to get something and they almost succeed, but then the villain gets them and the villain just tears them down, but suddenly the hero rises back from the ashes and whips up an amazing plan, and then they defeat the villain and they have the final smile of the day. It's just like that. Also, I did not feel any emotional attachment to any of the characters in the movie except Cruella. Well, she's the main character. If she didn't have any emotional anchorage in the movie, I don't know how this movie would have passed as a good movie, but she did have some emotional stuff and some emotional anchorage worth noting. But other than her, almost every character was very shallow and they had no depth to them whatsoever. Especially the 2 characters of Horace and Jasper, they were just in the movie to crack jokes and get things done for Cruella. And don't get me wrong, I like jokesters, I like characters who make jokes in the movie. But other than that, they had no depth towards them. They were, if I just removed them from the movie without telling you, you wouldn't even notice that they are not there. That's how shallow their characters are, and I really wish they fleshed out these 2 characters a little bit more, because they try sometimes in the film to give them an edge over the other characters. They try to put the spotlight on them, but it doesn't really work out. Another thing that really bothered me was that Horace and Jasper's character stayed with her through everything and they did not owe her anything. They were the ones who took her in when she was orphaned, so she is the one who really owes them. But they did everything she told them and they went through a lot of tough things just for her, and I don't know why they did all of that. I mean, she kept using the family card on them and they are not really family, so I don't know why they bothered. And even after they did all of her dirty work for her, she treated them so badly, and I was just like, dude, why are you still hanging around with her? Just leave her. Another thing that really makes this plot very inconsistent for me is that in one scene they establish that the antagonist of this movie, Lady Baroness, has some really good observational skills and she can tell straight away if someone is lying to her or messing with her. But Cruella does that for a long time in the film, where she disguises herself as Estella and goes to work. But then Lady Baroness has no idea that Cruella is standing right in front of her. And it seems really weird. I mean, why introduce those character traits in the first place if they are not going to come into play later in the movie? I have no idea. However, the plot is not entirely bad. They give a lot of depth to Cruella's character and they develop her backstory pretty well. Also, Cruella gives a voiceover throughout the movie, so we are watching this movie from her point of view, which gets a little bit interesting sometimes because Cruella's character is kind of a psychopath, and sometimes the story gets a little bit unpredictable. I mean, Cruella's character is some type of a person who will do anything to get her job done, just like Joker from DC. So you really anticipate what is going to happen next, and it does fuel your excitement a little bit. And I really liked Cruella's character. I think they did a great job on her, and Emma Stone's acting is incredible. I cannot praise her enough for the job that she did. At sometimes it didn't even feel like she's acting. It really felt like she is this mean and cruel kind of a person. And her acting really felt very natural, and she was really the X factor of this movie. I really think they did an amazing casting decision while casting Emma Stone for the role of Cruella. Now let's talk about the cinematography and the set designing, and oh my god, the cinematography in this movie was so good. I mean, the single shots they took, especially the one where Cruella first goes into Lady Baroness's fashion designing workshop, and the single shot they take to show the entire building, it was so beautiful to watch and so beautifully and professionally made. It was amazing. Also, this movie had a budget of $200 million, so it had to be beautiful and stunning to watch, and the set designs were amazing, and it really felt like 1960s London, the way the sets were made, and that is why I really enjoyed this movie a lot, because of the visuals of this movie. Okay, so while I'm talking about the good points of this movie, another thing that I just remembered is that I really liked the way they built up the rivalry between Cruella and Lady Baroness. It felt really natural, and it felt like this would happen in real life if two fashion designing giants went head to head. So I really enjoyed that rivalry between Lady Baroness and Cruella. So now let's talk about the best part of this movie, and that is the soundtrack, the sound designing and the sound mixing. And oh my god, it was so good. I would just watch this movie again and again just to hear the soundtrack. It was so damn good. They really did an amazing job on the soundtrack. The music in this movie from beginning to end is very good, and if you like good music, you will enjoy this film's soundtrack. And I would say this is one of the best soundtracks I have ever heard in a movie. So yeah, overall I would just say that it is a good movie. It is very entertaining. However, the plot of this movie is not its strongest point, but it has some strong points, just like the set designing, the soundtrack, and the beautiful cinematography, and especially Emma Stone's acting, obviously. Also, it has some surprises hidden in the plot here and there, which will not be jaw-dropping, but it will make you go like, oh, I did not see that one coming. So it is worth watching, and you can watch it with your entire family, and I can promise you that you will not be bored because it is very entertaining throughout. Also, have I mentioned in this video that this movie is a prequel to the 101 Dalmatians? I think I have. If I haven't, here you go. This movie is a prequel to the 101 Dalmatians movie. So yeah guys, this is it for my review of Disney's Cruella. I really enjoyed this movie. It is very entertaining and I do recommend you to watch it. Because the storyline and the plot might not be the greatest, but it does the job and it pulls you in and you do have a smile throughout the movie. So just go for it with your entire family and you will not be disappointed. So if you live abroad, you can watch it now on Disney Plus Premier Access. But if you live in India, it is not out yet. It comes out on 27th August, but if you don't want to wait, you can download a VPN and open Disney Plus and buy the movie from Premier Access to watch it. So yeah guys, thanks for hanging out with me throughout the video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please drop a like, drop a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And yeah guys, do follow me up on Instagram, because usually after finishing a film I drop my initial thoughts on there, so you will get to know before YouTube how I felt about a movie or a series after finishing it. So I will leave the link in the description and do give me a follow. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourself, and bye bye.